welcome to Voice of Araha, Wellington Access Radio 106.1 FM. My name is Aarti and I'm here today with the incredible Rem. How are you doing today, Rem?
I'm doing well. I'm really excited to be interviewing our wonderful guest here.
Today we have a very special guest, which I am very excited about. We have Yibeth. Now, she is a young and active member in many aspects and has a lot of experience dealing with challenges and as well as being an advocate in refugee issues and is herself from a refugee background.
Yes.
Yibeth, would you like to tell us a bit about yourself and your background?
Yes, of course. Hello, guys. By the way, I'm really excited to come back after so many years. Seeing how much progress and how amazing you guys have been, being younger as well. I'm just really proud of you guys and the work you're doing. But yeah, so my name is Yibeth. I started the Refugee Youth Radio back in 2017, and I did a little bit around university as well. I was studying communications and marketing and business just before COVID as well. But I was involved with not only the radio, I was also working for the Refugee Youth Council with the government as well, and did some volunteering for communities that don't speak English or that have a lot of challenges when they arrive as refugees here. So yeah, I've done a little bit of, everything I can say. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow,
Yes.
thank you.
Sorry, so did you have another question there, or was that just an intro?
Yeah, just an intro. That was
Awesome.
perfect.
Yeah, I want to keep it simple just for the beginning.
We just want to ask you, what inspires you?
Inspiration. I feel like my biggest inspiration at the moment comes from just seeing all the issues that are happening in the world. So I'm just really inspired to help or advocate or talk about or learn, try to fully understand what's going on with society at the moment and help each other guide, younger people or go in as adults who know about things and get myself more informed about issues or politics and stuff like that. So I think my inspiration just comes from really wanting to see some change. I like progress. I like change. I like to see youth getting better mentally, emotionally, physically, see everyone get healthier rather than maybe go backwards.
Yeah.
So my inspiration is for me to want to do better for myself so I can see other people behind me or in front of me do better as well. So I think that it's just an overall idea, I think. Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing.
What are some issues that you see predominantly affecting young people across Aotearoa?
I am definitely gonna say that technology has gotten out of hand a little bit. I was just recently reading and seeing a few videos about the issues with technology and how it's affected younger people to not have inspirations for the future, to not want to become anything. Everyone wants to be famous and known, but nobody wants to learn and change or help younger people or help other people. So I think that technology has definitely influenced the younger generation to not really care about the real issues and just distract themselves when it comes to social media. So I think that that's one of the challenges I've faced, maybe mainly having a younger sister and having younger children in my family. You can definitely see that they have been grown or raised different in the society. I don't know you guys are also a little bit younger than me, but I think that up to when I was 15, people still wanted to be doctors. People still wanted to become a pilot or an astronaut, And nowadays you ask a child and they're like, a football player or I want to be a gamer or I want to be an influencer or a YouTuber, and you ask them, what do you want to do? And they're like, pranks. And it's like, well, that's, I'm not discouraging anyone who's young that dreams to be that, but I feel like there is so much more in the world that we should be doing right now and worrying about than just fame and money. I think that there is so much more out there to worry about.
That's such a good point. The thing is that I could have the option to either read the news in the morning or scroll on TikTok, but I always choose TikTok.
Exactly.
And it's like I'm almost choosing to be ignorant on so many world issues that I should really be caring about.
Yeah.
I think
Maybe
that's a
it's just
really
like
good
the
point.
dopamine the social media is giving
Yeah.
children as well. Like, oh, this is so funny.
The
now
instant dopamine hit. Yeah.
And that's also like affecting younger people, like short memory, you know, like they want to watch something that is not too long or not too interesting because it's boring, you know, like they want to watch stuff that is entertaining.
Yeah.
So that just changes our minds a lot to what we're influencing ourselves with. And we're sponges, you know, between the ages of like little children to around 17, before being 18, you're absorbing everything around you. So it's better to make sure we're absorbing things that do feed our brain. So yes.
Definitely. Like I have 2 younger brothers and they are now if we ask them like, oh, what do you guys want to be when you get older? They're like, YouTubers, gamers.
Yeah, exactly.
We want to like do this. I'm like, interesting guys.
Yeah, so that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like it's not really something that's not going to help our society to get better. You know, we don't need more YouTubers. I think we've had enough. I don't even watch YouTube, to be honest. I like to watch documentaries or listen to podcasts. TED Talks is my favorite thing. Yeah. That was one of my dreams, actually, to be on a TED Talk and talk about like refugee experience or just like how trauma can change someone and stuff like that. So yeah, like mental health is something I'm really interested in mostly in younger people and also adults, like the opposite polars, you know, because adults have gone through a lot and younger people are going to go through a lot. So you have to prepare them or help them treat themselves with things that they've gone through. So yeah.
Definitely. And now with technology, those kind of like messages are like spread so much easier and faster and a lot more accessible, would you say?
I agree. Yes.
And like some of the like reasons for your passion, if you could share with us.
Oh, I feel like I've already shared heaps of reasons, but I will say that one of the reasons why I have the passion of talking to people or the passion of understanding the world and understanding mental health so I can help other people understand themselves. Like it's a whole, you know, I'm a people's person. I think that when you talk to someone, you can get to know so much more deeper about them. Like I'm not interested in knowing what your favorite color is. You know, I want to know what you've gone through, what changed you, what was that one thing in your life that made you completely kind of lose what you wanted to do when you were younger. Like, what were your dreams when you were little and what changed that? Why are you not working on those goals? And personally, I've had to find that with myself. You know, I know that like when I dropped out of uni because of COVID, like I get that it was a struggle, you know, to go to uni while being on lockdown, you know, being stuck in your house and kind of losing your mind a little bit. But I never stopped learning because I always loved learning. So if you like doing something, no matter what the struggles are, take a break, you know, heal and really get to know yourself and then start working slowly. Like this is not a race. This is your life. Everyone has their own life to take care of and they can just slowly build onto things. You know, I think that one of the reasons why I want to do this is because I myself struggled with being able to like build or that discipline of even just, I don't know, washing my face in the morning and brushing my teeth and drinking water, you know, like things like that are things that us as humans, we really do need to do for our health, for our own mental peace, you know, like just being calm on the daily basis. And if someone comes to you and tells you, what do you like doing or what do you enjoy? If you're able to answer that without saying, I like scrolling on social media, you are, oh, sorry, I touched the mic. You are actually working, you know, on something with yourself. We're human beings. We're complex. And if you're not putting the work onto getting to know your own brain, your own body, what you like eating, what you don't like eating, what makes your stomach hurt, you know, things like this. Like, we're forgetting about all of this. We're just like, oh, yeah, I'll eat pizza for tonight and I'm just going to watch Netflix and watch my show after I work. We need to take care of ourselves like so much. So yeah, like I'm sorry, I'm like
no, we love
that's
it.
my reason. My reason is to build better habits for people to around me to take care of themselves. Like if you're a single mother, you need to ask for a little bit of help, or you or people around her need to realize that she needs a little bit of a hand, like her family, and she can go on a self-day, like a self-care day, you know, like enjoy yourself and relax, take some time for yourself. Like all of those things are very important to like get to know each other and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a really good point you make. Thank you for
there's
sharing
like so
that.
many points in there. But yes.
Building off what you said about having those like deep conversations, how do you think that, particularly for people like refugees, migrant backgrounds, how can we actually like initiate those conversations and create like a safe space for them in like workplaces, schools, places like that?
Oh, there is so much work to still for it to like still be done, you know. In schools, for example, we need an environment for students to be allowed, like former refugee students to be allowed to come to counseling. There's counseling in schools. Most schools have counseling or teachers that you can go talk to. Those teachers need to be prepared to hear that this student or young person or older person in like maybe the GP or the hospital, to hear that this person has mental health issues, that maybe they struggle with trauma and I don't know, like depression because of everything that they went through, you know, like losing your home, coming somewhere where you don't speak the language, where you don't even know the culture, where you're not going to be eating or tasting or smelling food from your country, and you probably won't find it anyways. You know, this is a huge change. And a lot of people don't understand that. They think that, this is a so much better country. You should be grateful. And it's like, yeah, we can be grateful, but we need to build this space for former refugees to come and feel welcome, to feel included. That's not saying, hey, come in, join us. That's saying to your group, hey guys, so we got a new person that just came in. Should we like get to know their culture and maybe like cook something that they like, you know, from their country, and maybe play music from their country and stuff like that, you know, like it's about inclusivity. Isn't just inviting people, but it's also making the environment something that they know that they're comfortable in. So I think that that's something that needs a lot work on, you know. People need to be more educated about just different ethnicities and cultures and languages and all of those things. So yeah, like, you know, it can be complex, but for everyone to educate themselves on other cultures mostly.
I think that perfectly leads us on to the next question.
Exactly. But actually before this one last question that we have, I just want to ask one more questions. And that is like, from when you first arrived in New Zealand as a refugee background person, right? What are some of the challenges that you found? And is that challenge fixed now? Do you see it being fixed now, or is that still ongoing?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking that. I think that one of the biggest, so many struggles actually, when you come into a new country, not only are you learning the language, but I had the job of leading and learning and supporting my family because, you know, it was only me, my little sister, and my parents. And my parents, still till today, their English is very basic. We've been here for 9 years now. And it's crazy for me to say that because when I first sat here, I was like only fresh 3 years, you know, like when I first sat in this radio station to talk about what I wanted to, you know, like share and explain. I was still learning. I was still going through that process of adjusting to this country. But now I can say that I feel like another Kiwi, you know, I've found myself around, I've gotten around, and I've known like how to take buses and trains. Like I'm not gonna get lost in New Zealand anymore, but that used to happen. Like I was like, what if I get in the wrong bus? You know? I end up, I don't know, in Whitby or something like that. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Who do I call? Like I don't even have access to a phone. So like things like this are definitely some struggles that you face. But like I was saying, like being the main support of my parents kind of switched those roles around, and I feel like I was the parent figure, you know, I was the one that was learning and absorbing this environment so I could share it and translate it to them and like tell them how to do things, tell them how to, you know, how to take the bus or how to call a taxi or how to call the ambulance if anything happened or the police. So like, you know, being 14 when I arrived actually and having to be that support person for adults who were the ones who were supposed to support you, it's a huge change. Like that's, it made me be the adult at a young age. And I don't feel like I ever had, you know, like going through struggles in Latin America. I didn't have a childhood, and then coming here as an adult, I didn't have a teenagehood. So my life experiences have been very all over the place, you know, and I've found outlets where I can be a child again, you know, and where I can be a teenager again, even in my adult body. Like you have to find those places, even if you're an adult, you have to find a place where you feel like a kid again and just heal all of those eras. So I think that that's something I struggle with, healing my inner child and giving myself space and telling my family, you need to allow the space for me to be a child or a student because I also have my own, you know, like times of my life that I need to live so I can teach you as well, because I can't teach you if I don't live this time right now. You know, I'm not gonna be able to like just be able to absorb this environment properly, you know? So yeah, like now I can say definitely sorted, like in my family, we all went through like family therapy and stuff like that. So we could just get to know each other more and give that space like to heal and learn and absorb new good things and create a healthy environment at home. So yes.
Thank you so much for sharing that story. For our last question, which is, what is one piece of advice that you would give to youth and our listeners, like our listeners all around the world, or like as well as like Aotearoa? What would be an advice from you?
I have so many different advices. I really want to encourage people to be kind to themselves, to each other, and to the environment. You know, the planet, what you see around you, everything that surrounds you, like being kind and understanding that everyone's different. Everyone has different thoughts, everyone has different bodies, and everyone has different outlooks to life. Everyone has different ways of behaving, you know, and we have to be very open to knowing that there are people who also have disabilities and struggle, and we who don't have those disabilities, we were put in this world to also help those that we can help, you know. So being able to help people around you when you can, it's necessary and it's a must, but also make sure you have boundaries, you know, that you're not doing everything for everyone else and you're not taking care of yourself. So that's why being kind to yourself comes first, being kind to your neighbor comes second, and then being kind to the environment and everything around you is third. So yeah, I would say like that's, you know, part of the advice, and also making sure we're influencing ourselves with good news. Like, I know that the news can be overwhelming. I know there is so many bad news going on right now and so many issues, but being informed is a first step for us to be able to know what's going on. Because if you don't know what's going on and you continue distracting yourself with cat videos on TikTok, which are really cute, I love them, but you know, there is time for everything. And if you know what is going on, the government cannot come and just brainwash you. Like, we're gonna do this, and you're like, yeah, but how are you gonna do that? You know, like you need to be able to know what someone's telling you. Like, if someone's telling you something, you need to recognize if those are fake news or if that's something that you should actually care about. So using technology well, I really think that that's important for us.
I think that's really powerful, because there's nothing really wrong with technology, but the way people use it or
we
misuse
give it the power it has. You know, if we give it too much power, it can start controlling us. Now with AI, it's crazy. So I just don't even want to imagine where things are going to go from now. But really hope there's going to be boundaries, you know, being built. Even in households, if you have children, I really recommend adults to be cutting that technology on younger people. A 6-year-old should not be sitting in front of a TV the whole day. That is not okay. That's not healthy. And an 11-year-old shouldn't have a phone and be like texting random people online. Like, that's not okay either. After 16, maybe they can start. Like, that's the legal age to get social media. So if after that age, you can get social media if you're responsible enough, if you show me that you know how to use technology. Like, you know, just slowly. Don't just give it away and like, oh, stop bothering me. Here's my phone. Go watch YouTube videos. That's no parenting. If you don't think you're ready for parenting, just don't have children. That's what I think.
Perfect. That was a great conversation that we had with you, and we gained a lot from that, and we feel really inspired. And
thank you.
We want to thank you for coming in today, Yibeth.
Thank you guys for inviting me.
Thank you to our incredible listeners.
Thank you for also the team that's done amazing work today to get us here, the guest, to talk. So that's awesome. I'm really proud of you guys, like just how you guys are doing things. It's awesome. I'm just so happy to see that the radio has gone, like this show, it's gone so well. So I'm really happy.
Thank you.
Yes. Bye.